everyone, welcome back to my channel, East Bay Stamp Chick. This is Michelle. Thanks so much for joining me today. I have for you today a project share and like a mini tutorial. I used this collection called Belle Fleur from Photoplay. I know it's an older collection. It's been around for quite a while, and I've had it in my stash for a while. And I did get to use up quite a bit of it, but there's still some left. But I'm excited that I got to use up a lot of this. And so I'm going to show you what I made, and then I'll show you a little quick tutorial of how to make it. This particular collection did not come with a sticker sheet or any type of ephemera when I got it. It may at one point have had that, but where I got it at our Scrapbook Expo, and I think it might have even been like a free gift with my purchase at the Photoplay booth. So, didn't come with any of that. So, I did utilize some ephemera that I had from Paper Studio, which is Hobby Lobby. And they're just these generic packs that they sell. And I know these were on sale, and so I got a really good deal. So it comes with just a ton of stuff. So I did use these for embellishing. Okay, so let me show you what I made. These are called, I guess I'm calling them Tea Sampler mini albums. Okay, so you'll see what I mean. But I used all the paper and cut aparts from that Belle Fleur collection, and then you can see the ephemera pieces are from the Paper Studio. So this is one of the books. I made 6 different ones, which I'll show you what they look like, and then I'll show you a little quick tutorial on how to make one. So these are actually some gifts that I will be giving out to some wonderful friends of mine, and they all drink tea, so I thought that was perfect. So you open this up, and I have on each of the little flip-ups is actually a Bible verse that I typed out, and then under each flip-up is a different type of tea. So I just bought a variety of boxes of teas, and there's no rhyme or reason. I just randomly grabbed and adhered those underneath. Okay, and they can read a verse, and then they get their tea. So it's kind of like something you could do once a day. And there's 7 verses and teas on here, so it's for a week. One of the things that I haven't done yet that I may do is I might add a piece of white cardstock on this side where I can write a personal message to each person. But otherwise they are complete. Okay, so there are 6 of those. So let me show you. Here's this one. Really pretty paper. I love all the flowers. It's very floral, very feminine, which I like. I did all the same verses in the exact same order in all the books with the same pink outline. And I just typed those on the computer and then cut those out. So here's this one, the red. There we go. Oh, this one I did use yellow. I think there was a couple of them I used yellow because I thought it went better than the pink. That's right. Here's this one. And yeah, this one's a pink. And there's 2 more. It's really pretty. Really love how all the papers go together. And this is a really simple project that came together really easily, but I think it makes a really nice little gift. And little typewriters, I think those are so cute. And just polka dots on the inside. Okay, so those are the books that I made. Set those aside, and I'll show you really quick how to make one. I'm not going to cover it in the patterned paper with you, but I'll show you how to make the base. Okay, so I already have some things cut out. And I can give you all the measurements. All right. Now I did round the corners of mine, and I did that on the outside, and I just did this side of the waterfall. I did not do the underneath side. So it's up to you if you want to round the corners. Just thought that looked nice. Plus, I feel like corners always get dented, and so it's nice just sometimes to round them, and then you don't have to worry about them getting dented. So I am using 100-pound cardstock from Michael's Crafts for this, and 65-pound cardstock from Michael's Crafts. So I'll tell you which is which. The cover is the 100-pound, and this is an 8.5 by 8.5 piece of cardstock, and I have scored it at 3 3/4 and then again at 4 3/4. So that gives you a 1-inch spine. Okay. So we just are going to crease those real good to create our book. Now if you make it like I did, you're going to be adding patterned paper and layers, and you could even do a layer of a solid colored of cardstock and then patterned paper on top of that, something that matches nicely. I chose not to. I just went ahead and did just the patterned paper right on, but I could have done another layer on here, which would have made it even more sturdy. But I just felt, because there was both sides getting covered in cardstock, and it's 100-pound, that this is really pretty sturdy, and it doesn't have to last forever. So I think this is like good enough. All right. So once you have this folded, you're going to want to attach your ribbon if you choose to use ribbon. Then you will put your patterned paper on top of that to hide it. That's how I did it. As you can see, it is right in there. If you wanted to put it on the outside, you could, but I just felt like that was nice to hide it, and it made it nice and secure. All right, and then you would definitely want to corner round right now if you decide that you want your corners rounded, and you want to cover for sure the whole inside, but I did both the back and the front, inside and out, covered in the cardstock, or patterned paper, sorry, before I added any of the waterfalls. What I wanted to show you is how to make the waterfall, because that part is actually really easy, but I wanted to show you a way to do it that I think is easy. To make your waterfall, I did 7 flaps, and these are 4 by 3 is what these measure. Okay, and I scored them 3/4 of an inch in. So whatever side you want to score, you're going to score it at 3/4 of an inch in. And the reason why I did that, because there's a reason. Normally, a lot of times I do a 1/2 inch score. I've seen people do a 1/4 inch score. But if you look at this, once you add your T, it gets really fat. Okay? And by putting each flap 3/4 of an inch apart, it allowed the T to lay a little bit flatter. The less amount of space you have between each flap will create a thicker book, and it'll make them bunch up, and it'll be shorter. So you could actually put in more than 7 if you wanted to, but it will get really thick. It'll get really thick in the center, and the 1-inch spine will not be enough. So you can see right now, the 1-inch spine is just fine. That it doesn't need more than that. Okay. But if you put them at a 1/2 inch or a 1/4 inch, because I did try it, it will all bunch up in the center, and you will need more than the 1-inch spine. Okay, so that's the reason behind the 3/4 inch. Okay, so you can see that. All right, you will also need is another piece of paper that is 3 inches by 5.5, and that's what this is right here. Now, I used 65-pound Michael's Crafts cardstock for this, because if you use thicker cardstock, it'll create more thickness. And even though it doesn't seem like it's that much thicker, it will add additional thickness right here. And again, it'll make this need, you might be able to get by with the 1 inch, but you might need more like 1 1/4. And so I just wanted to make sure I could fit this on a 1-inch spine, because this fits, an 8.5 by 11 piece of cardstock. You're just cutting that down. So I thought that was really convenient. Also, you're going to be, for me, I put, you know, a layer of the cardstock and this layer with the verse. Now, you might want to put card aparts on here. You could definitely do a cut apart if you wanted to, or you could do a personal note that the person can read every day, words of affirmation, whatever you like. And then it was going to have the T on here. So I knew that it wouldn't have to be a super thick cardstock for this. So this would be fine. All right, so let me show you. I have already scored these at 3/4 of an inch. Okay, so you can see that's 3/4 of an inch. So we're just going to fold those and burnish those down. And then I'm going to show you, we're going to actually add this to this other piece of cardstock, and it's going to make it really easy to keep them straight, because I think with the waterfall, that is everybody's like concern and hard part is like, how do I make that waterfall and keep it straight so that way it looks good. I'm going to show you a really easy way to do it. And this is not my idea. I've seen a lot of other people do this as well, so you may already know about it. But this is like worked out the best for me. So we're going to take this piece. This is a 3 by 5.5. Basically, these are also going to be 3 inches. Okay, so it matches. You're going to take your glue or whatever adhesive you want to use, and you're going to put some on the flap, the little 3/4 inch flap, and then you're going to take it and you're going to match it up to the edge of this cardstock. Okay, you're going to have that line up really good. So you're going to check it to make sure that right here it lines up, that it's straight, and that it's straight right across here as well, which you can always tap it down. Get rid of any extra glue if there is any. I always have extra glue. So now you have this adhered. And right here, you can see that line. You're going to take your next one and you're going to butt it up right against that edge, and then you're going to make sure that you get it straight and that everything's lined up over here at the flap. So this is going to really help you keep everything straight. Because you can take these and you can put them directly onto your book, but it is so easy to go crooked. I can never get it straight like that. So if I wanted to, I could just glue it right down, take this one and just glue it, and then I could butt the next one up right here. But it's really hard to make sure that it's going straight that way. So this will be so much easier because this paper will keep you in line. So far, this is the best way that I have found to make these. And because I'm using glue, it gives me a little bit of time to be able to move things around. So you can see when I put these back, they're all lining up just fine. Okay. So we're going to get all these lined up. So I'd love to hear if you have ever used this method before to attach your waterfall, or do you have some different way that's easy? For me, so far, this has been the easiest way to do it. And I always just check with the one that's in front of it to make sure they line up. I like using glue because that gives me a little bit of wiggle time. So I'm making sure it's lining up on the sides, and then when I flip it over, I'm making sure it's in line with all of those. I know it's white, so it might be a little bit hard to see on camera. And here's your last one. So this actually goes really easy. It's quick. Okay, so this is the back. You can see here's all of your flips. This I did have, like you can see, like it goes just a little bit past. I don't know if it's white, so it's really hard to see, but maybe you can kind of see that there is a little bit, the paper goes a little bit past the little fold area, the little flap, last flap of the flip. You can trim that off if you want, so that way it lines up just right. Okay, and it lines up really nicely. So you would take your booklet, and it would already have your patterned paper on there, and you would just be able to now glue this down, and you would just add glue to this area right here, the back piece. So you just need to glue this down right wherever you would want it, and then that would be your book. So super easy. So I just wanted to show you, that's a really quick tutorial. You know, I know we didn't make the whole entire book, but it's enough for you to see how to put one together. Okay, yeah, and so you can see that would just go like that. And so now I have another base ready to go. I can make a whole nother book. So that was it. That's super easy. Oops, just moved the camera. Sorry about that. But I think these turned out really pretty. And I think they'll be really fun to give. And if you don't want to do Bible verses inside, you can, like I said, do words of affirmation, do a special message to your person, do a, you know, favorite quotes, or maybe you have some cut-aparts like these, something like this that will fit this size from the collection that you decide to use. So lots of different things. You could put ephemera on there, so I could definitely do like a floral ephemera on each one if I wanted. There's lots of fun things to do, but this is just my basic video of, I wanted to show you how to do it, and then you can definitely make it your own and have lots of fun with it. So let me know if you make one. I think these would be really fun to give if you've got a tea drinker in your life. All right. Hope this was fun. If you like getting crafty inspiration, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and give my video a like if you enjoyed it. And I will see you next time. Thanks so much. Have a great day. Bye-bye.